months, I was a software analyst developer. And I was just working with doing tickets, casework, and doing a little bit of customer service, but mostly of what my job was, it was, doing the software and making sure the software worked. And then after my contract ended, I worked on a boot camp. Well, I attended a boot camp called Elevate, which help you establish network systems and cloud computing. And then from there, where I went to is I got a job with a company called Compton. What they do is two things. They administer their softwares throughout like Fortune 500 companies like Goldman Sachs, Excel, here 3M, General Mills, and Dell. Since the big corporations' headquarters are based in Minnesota, a lot of people don't know, but Minnesota is a small Silicon Valley. And so basically I was working with them, and I still am working with them. And then about a week ago, I got a job as a software analyst at Salesforce. And if you guys know Salesforce.
Salesforce is a huge company.
It's a huge company. And
it's like Netflix, Facebook, Google.
Silicon Valley, but I'm working remote. And that's what the best thing about this job is, that this chapter that you guys are beginning can open a lot of doors for you regarding the remote side of work. None of the jobs I held, except for Sobos, was a in-person job. And with Sobos even, they did hybrid, which I worked 3 days in office, and then the rest 2 days I worked at my home. So basically, that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna start June 19th. I'm gonna start as a software analyst at Salesforce. And from there, right now, I don't really plan on going and attending another boot camp for a while. And then I just told that, but I'm finishing up my degree in cybersecurity at WGU. It's a Western Governors University in Utah. And they do it all remote, and it's an accelerated program. So if I were any of you guys, I'd look into attending that school. And then a couple tips of finding jobs that are high paying would be to first brush up on your LinkedIn. Utilize LinkedIn. That's the number one thing I would say. I can give you guys my details, but if you guys need resume help or interview prep help, I can help you, because a lot of companies are out there and they'll pay you a lot of money, and they want black folks to come because they need that gap with just their papers and stats wise. So two things that people recognize the most is LinkedIn and your interview. I mean, with a lot of technologies out there, technologies out there, your resume isn't really being shown or being seen. It just, the computer goes in, looks at it, it has a couple key points, then it moves on to the hiring manager. But I would say LinkedIn, number one, and number two, your interview. If your interview is your first round interview, usually if it goes well, you already have your foot in the door. And 9 times out of 10, if you do a follow-up right after your interview, just thanking the person, emailing them, and pointing out 2 things that were interesting to you during your interview, can really help you not only get the job, but go and move on and find other jobs using that same exact strategic point that I just gave you.
So I wanted to reiterate that. She took advantage of the opportunity that we gave to her. I mentioned that somebody contacted me and she's looking for students to hire. Her and 2 more students only contacted her. But she was more serious. The other ones, they wanted part-time, they wanted unreasonable times, for example, 11 o'clock. No corporate America job will start at 11 o'clock. It's mostly either 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock, or at 3 p.m. to 12, and sometimes
midnight.
If you can find those kind of jobs. So the point being is, when I tell you take advantage of that internship, please do it. Okay. All I ask you is for you to take advantage of the internship. Every opportunity that I share with you, take it as face value. Do not just say, oh yeah, that's fine. It's just usual thing.
Don't brush it off.
Don't brush it
Because
off.
if you do, because there are limited times, and the connections you make, especially once you're into your first entry role, make connections with your coworkers, your bosses, because the more connections you make, the more opportunities you will have later in your careers. And then another tip I would give you guys is to not only network, but also put yourself out there when it comes to your account. If you work in, I'm assuming it's Compton, so it's entry level.
Yeah, yes.
But if you're gonna work closely with a lot of people called account executives, your AEs, make sure that they know you and go out of your way to look at who is in the hierarchy of your company, whether you're entry role, so then you have a boss and that boss has his boss and that boss has a boss. So your team, make sure that they all know you, and then they'll give you not only more responsibilities, but more opportunities to move forward in that company. And if that company doesn't work out for you, they will be your resources for, what's it called? What's that?
Future.
For the future, but also like, for, what's it called? I'm blanking, but that person that helps you get that job, recommendations.
Oh, advocate.
Advocate, yeah, like for me, the
Advocate for you.
Salesforce, yeah, the
Oh,
Salesforce,
So,
go ahead. The Salesforce job that I got right now, I got it because of my manager at Sovos, Eric. I asked him, hey, like, can I work as an account executive at Sovos? He said, we're not hiring for that position right now, but I know Salesforce is, and I know the hiring manager, so let me shoot him an email and get you guys connected. And when he got me connected, I didn't even have to go through an interview. He just said, send me over your LinkedIn, send me over your resume, and we'll see if you're a great fit. I came into thinking it was an interview, but it was more of, congratulations, you'll be working with us starting 2019. So utilize.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Are you a full-time employee with Salesforce?
Yeah, right now. And I'm
That's
a full-time
amazing.
product manager.
Look at that, 2 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 jobs making 2 incomes,
Which is
and she's able to maintain just fine.
Yeah.
And they're both remote. She's working from home.
Yeah.
So one more thing I wanted to mention, and I want to reiterate this. She took the exact steps I took when I started my career. You start one job, it sucks. The first job sucks, okay? It's not paying well. You're being stepped on. You're given a lot of weird responsibilities, maybe a lot of calls that you're not gonna enjoy necessarily, but stick to it.
And pressure too.
And then use that as a stepping stone.
Absolutely.
Stepping stone to get to the next level.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes,
I started with internship. Me and 2 girls who are coming
Yes,
they're on their way.
So
And,
one more thing,
it
I
took
wanna
us- yeah.
I wanna talk to Abby. Abby's gonna talk. Abby's gonna tell us about the internship.
Yeah.
One news. This is very bad news for you guys. Abby and the Zahra and Fatima are the only ones who are going to the internship, and Abdurshid. That the internship was there for you to act like Sobos for her.
Yeah, it's
Sobos
free,
for
they're not
her
gonna
was
pay
her
you.
first step. So use that. Make sure you connect with the people at the
What did you say?
Free Geek Twin Cities.
Yeah, the only
Free Geek
one?
Twin Cities. Make sure you connect with them. Make sure you get their LinkedIn. Make sure they notice your work and use them. Just like how use them as a leverage to help you get to the next level. Maybe they're not hiring, but they know their friend is hiring.
No,
So what you need to do?
Yeah. Just
Take advantage of that connection.
Yeah,
And
that's what.
recruiters
too.
are a big
So there
step.
you go.
Like go on LinkedIn and just type
go.
in on the search box IT recruiters,
It's okay,
entry
I believe
level
it's fine.
jobs, and
Not
you'll
yet,
find
not
a
you.
whole bunch of recruiters and just connect with them. And the minute you connect, you can send them a LinkedIn mail, which is like 250 characters, and you can go ahead and introduce yourself as an IT MetroHup alumni, and say, hey, I went to IT MetroHup, I have a couple experience, I did the internship, what opportunities do you have for me? And then 9 times out of 10, they're already recruiters, they're already looking for people. They'll go in and send you an email or connect with you again and say, go ahead and do that. That's how I got Product Gym. I mean, before my Salesforce, I am currently a product manager at a company called Product Gym and Technosoft. They just bought Technosoft like 3 months ago. But I'm a product manager, and how I got that job wasn't because I have experience with product management. I don't have experience with as a software engineer. I don't. But what I did was I took the initiative and contacted one of their recruiters. We got in there. We did 2 interviews. The 3rd interview was an offer letter. And be careful with offer letters because you have room to negotiate.
Yeah. Do not accept. Yeah. One more thing. Yeah, I want to talk about. So the first offer is not their final offer.
Yeah. Don't take the first offer, guys.
So push them back and say, let's say they offer you $40 an hour. Say, I'm happy with 60 an hour because that's what the market is paying. 60 an hour is not probably you're probably shooting way in the ladder, but they're gonna come down and say 52. They owe you now. You raise yourself $12 an hour.
And be careful of contract jobs, because the contract jobs 9 times out of 10 they want to have 30% of your salary, and just bite back and be like, hey, if they offer you 50,000, 60,000, say no. And also Google the market value and go from there. Just be like, hey, I really like the offer. I'm excited to work with this company, but I believe that the market value is 70,000. Where can we meet for both me and you as 2 parties, so we can be happy in this relationship? Because mind you, 9 times out of 10. These contract jobs, the recruiter is the person submitting, like Faststack was for Sovos.
Yeah.
They're submitting, like, we were getting paid, $24 an hour?
Yeah.
But the actual contract was $43. So they were making more money on our dime. So be careful.
They're sleeping, and you're working, and they're getting just like you and more equal. So in the negotiation table, make sure you give yourself room to negotiate. Make sure you advocate for yourself.
Did you give them a list of contract?
I will give it to
I'll email it to you, and then you can email
Email
it
it
to
to
me.
me too.
And then I'll give you guys my email, so feel free.
Maybe you want to say a few words?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you.
Give it up for the Thank you. So Abby now is going to talk about
Hi, everybody.
the internship opportunity he has and how he's going to leverage to get to the next level in his career. Again, only the people who are taking advantage of this are Fadumo, Zahra, Abby, Iyo, and Abdulrashid.
That was a question.
Yes.
What is the reason?
What do you mean?
We're not clear about this. What is?
Okay, I said, look, I gave you the address a long time ago before you graduated. The address is on 26th. Free Geek 26. You know Mr. Roda? If you want to take advantage of it, I will give it to you the information. Don't worry, Sean. I will give it to you the
We'll let
information.
you know, yeah.
But the
We'll let
point
you
being is, please take advantage of it.
know.
Please.
We'll let you know.
Okay? It's worth it.
Yeah.
So the goal is not to stay there. The goal is what? To move forward from there and use it as a stepping stone. Okay?
Well,
Abby's gonna talk about a few words about the internship. Go ahead.
the teacher took us to Free Geek.
Twin
Take
Cities.
advantage of Twin City, to take advantage of the opportunity for the IT. They are not going to pay us. It's me, Sarah, and Faruma, and Trahan. And we started scratch. We don't care about the money. All we need is to gain gain the experience. So what we did is we started from scratch, building the desktop, find out each computer what's going on, troubleshoot, learn. We go there 3 days, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, just 5 hours. So free. There's nothing free on this world. Everything is like, if you get free things, I would say go ahead, do it. Anything that's free, don't leave it.
Don't leave it on the table.
Yeah.
Because if you leave it on the table, somebody else is gonna take
If
it.
the company that she's talking about says to me today, Abby, come here, we're not gonna pay you a penny and work with us, I swear to God, I'm eager to do that.
I like that.
What I need is
the experience.
just to learn. Learning things, it's endless. Knowledge is important.
exactly.
We don't have to sit down, especially men. We don't have to sit down in America, in restaurants and talk. No, time is valuable.
Exactly.
I'm telling you,
Exactly.
forget about Kabila and all those shit. Time is valuable. Just think about it. Any little chance that you can get, just go ahead, and you will succeed in the future. That's true. See what she did. She was talking about almost 12
Took the
minutes
steps.
fast.
You took the steps that I
She
told her.
took steps one at a time, and now she's.
Stepping stones. It's called
I need
stepping
her. I wanna get the number and the email from her. You hook me up, please.
Exactly. Okay, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. And for now, for the sake of time, we're gonna get started, inshallah. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call each individual and hand them their certificate. So when somebody gets a certificate, cheer for them, okay? It's a happy moment. It's a happy moment.
Sorry, teacher, I forgot. Like when we started the desktop. Now, a couple of days ago, last week, we moved from desktop to laptop. In my life, I didn't think that we are going to fix a laptop.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to take advantage of it. Just like Sundu, she
And it's
took
really
the
good
steps.
because
She
a
took
lot of
the
times,
steps.
just bear in mind, interviews, they ask you about your experience. Like, what do you know? Or like, what was the difficult time that you couldn't like do something? So just
I don't
take
want to- I
advantage
don't want
of
to
this,
do it.
because I took advantage of it, and that's how I landed Product Gym. And I'm telling you, like, a lot. And then there was another.
She worked for Salesforce. Salesforce.
Yeah.
Well, at home.
Yeah.
California.
It's incredible. Oh my God.
She was one of my first students.
You know how much they pay you? 50,000.
Like how you start, you know?
How you start? But the mindset, it's all about the mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset
I'll
is,
try,
it's all about the
I'll
mindset.
send you
The
guys all
mindset
my
is,
emails on my LinkedIn.
yes.
Makan
You don't have
Fix
to
your LinkedIn, guys. I told you about LinkedIn. Nobody fixed it. I know that.
As IT
Makan
professionals, if you don't have a LinkedIn, you'll be overpassed.
Did you take a screenshot of your headshot?
It's very easy.
Yeah, I have one.
I'll inspect it.
If you have a library
Ali,
card, it's
you have to
free
do
for
it.
you to learn
You have to
on
do it.
LinkedIn. There's
She works
LinkedIn
in
learning,
California, but she works
and
here,
LinkedIn learning
remote.
tells you exactly what steps to
Two
do.
jobs, 2 laptops, 2 incomes.
Wala naman to, wala ka.
You're gonna retire your wife. That's the dream.
I went there in
She didn't go to college. She just went to our program.
Yeah, and Salesforce is paying me
Magkano ba?
185,000.
Aye.
Look at that. Wallah.
Just off of boot camp, and I'm just finishing up.
But what was their start? What was their start? What did she start?
I started at $22 an hour.
There you go.
At the beginning.
Just like me.
And
185.
185. And I'm getting paid $90.
Product gym to 90,000. Product gym for 90,000. So basically, she's making $200,000.
Waalaikum salam.
Yeah, send me your resume, your LinkedIn, and then your first and last name, and then we should be good, okay? Do you have a LinkedIn? Next
Good luck to you, inshallah. To follow those steps. You're gonna be like Sindhu, inshallah.
halkan suu istaagka haya
Up to that,
And right with your first class.
Shakur Ali!
All the first. Yeah, first and last name.
Shakur, congratulations, man. Good luck to you.
What's your name?
Somebody
Hassan Farah! Congratulations, my man. Thank you. You won.
Besides Hassan Farah was teaching me how to speak in public. He's a nice guy, yeah.
Text me your LinkedIn and text me your email me your resume. I'll send you them. Your and I just did. Alright.
Congratulations. Next person. Muhammad Abdi! No, Wilmer. Come on, man.
He's a nice guy. Oh, much.
Congratulations, man.
1-0 you.
Telepon kalau orang formal kalau bersabda.
Next person, Ali Haji. Woo! Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali is here.
Internet.
Congratulations. Thank you. Nice where you are. You can take a picture with your wife too. I'll do it first. Yeah, I'll You guys don't want to get out there. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. MashaAllah.
Good.
Beautiful couples.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I already talked to him. Okay. I already talked to him. Right there, thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Hey, group picture قاعدين هنا please.
Right?
Group balog ko.
مركز كمان.
Hai.
Group picture قاعدين. صديق أنا. My friend Sadiq. ما شاء الله. لا, it's okay. Congratulations, Sadiq.
Pensare